folks who are used to the pressure, who thrive in it. We got Lucy and B-Dog. Take it away.
If you had told me Imperial versus MIBR was going to be a matchup, I would have believed you, but I would have think that we'd get it in the semi-finals or maybe even the grand final. The fact we get it on day one as an elimination best of 3 just goes to show the level. Mirage picked by Imperial. MIBR opt for Inferno, and Dust2 as a decider, they want to fight, fight, fight.
Did you see those pistol round stats for MIBR on this map? I thought maybe that might
Shocking.
be a mistake. 21% with 7 maps played. That is a damning statistic. It also means they pick up the pistol, so they get a little excited for them. Nice aggressive setup with Olga looking to take first contact, GaBi being baited in, and you have a short player. And there as well, keeping an eye down for the short side. Ooh. Nice opening pick on the tory.
The issue you got for Olga is about getting out of the window once the contact has been taken, and okay, GaBi, that works just as well. 3 quick headshots immediately, so Olga's death was not in vain, and now for VN, she has to try and come up good. Multi-kill's a success story, but I think that would impede her stats if she gets a multi-kill in this one, a 1v4. First is hers cleanly, but getting this bomb dislodged out of the B apartments by all of MIBR is a tall order.
Gonna have to be perfect, isn't it? Some time to work with. Nice little bit of movement there. Be heard eventually and then spotted. These players know better than to give too many opportunities. Oh, but she'll find them. Okay. GaBi will complete the... Also, Danny, I think, will complete the job. But it's GaBi with that 3K. Trigger discipline to let them pass, but then no discipline in the 3 quick headshots.
And the thing is that there's so much firepower to talk about on this server, and we'll get into Imperial in a moment, because you've just seen a little bit there from VN, but for MIBR, obviously we can talk about Poppins, we can talk about Danny, Olga coming back into the lineup, but I feel like GaBi gets really underappreciated in this team. Like, I think GaBi has been such a consistent force for such a long time in South America. Just baited into perfection there, passes her job, has got so much LAN experience as well. I think she's going to be a very key piece to the puzzle here if MIBR want to beat Imperial.
It's actually a really cool mix of experience and some of the younger generation. Although Poppins has lots of experience now, so you can't really put her in the same boat as like Danny, who is a bit fresher to it all this year. Great storyline in this particular matchup is the Olga revenge arc, right? You know how many grand finals Olga has been in against this team? 2 entire years worth.
Could never get the best of them either.
Those calls.
From star player to still star potential, but now under new leadership reigns. That would be probably the most poetic of it all. MIBR crunching towards middle, the Deagle sounding out but not converting. And that was very clean in the end after their in-game leader topples.
Yeah, 1 casualty to the Deagle, that's absolutely fine. Imperial can often find ways to get tricky in those rounds, but that's not allowed here. Now they will have those 5 AKs out. Crazy game for Imperial to kick things off against NIP. Yeah. We were watching that one in the green room. You were a little bit stressed.
A little bit.
Aged you a few years.
I feel like Imperial should have won that, to be honest, after ecoing NIP twice.
Lost both pistols, which will definitely not help. No pistol here either, despite MIBR's really damning pistol stats.
What a nade. Tory takes the brunt of it. In-game leader on in-game leader violence. Now Olga sets herself up to peek under, sees nothing, and will get away in time. So Tory can't really capitalize on the opportunity of Olga being out middle.
A lot of very active moves from Olga early. You know, she's going to be one of those leaders that puts herself at the front where she can get all that information. And when you know you've got such a history of being a star fragger, it's a good person to have in that role.
This looks like mid to B currently. But what you're really hoping is that the players in middle can find something. That's a great start. Tory then ready for Olga, but can't punish. And VN has gone through the smoke on Poppins and has heard her. GaBi's now trying to deal with all of this pressure over at B. The only one on the bomb site seen and dealt with. Olga rotates in time, and 23 is only living on a sliver.
Literally 1 HP. She'll go down here, and bomb planter taken down as well. Olga's doing everything, being in the position, can't get the second. Tries to swing out wide, but it's Danny that will convert off Olga's incredible quad.
I'll tell you what, you think about the game plan here for MIBR, and we can dive a little bit deeper. Pause has now just been called, I think, for a tactical stance for MIBR, but think about the maps that have been deliberately chosen here. Mirage, we always expected that from Imperial. This entire year, it's been Mirage, Mirage, Mirage. Inferno being picked by MIBR, I think, is really cool because it indicates to me they were to get really aggressive on the T side and the CT side. And Imperial have looked a little bit flat on Inferno recently. Going Dust2 over Nuke, I think, again, indicates that they just want to fight Imperial. They feel like Imperial, and as Nuke says, so over-reliant on one player. This isn't like the scary Imperial you've seen where everyone can step up and have a really big moment. It definitely is a shell of their former selves still, is how I describe Imperial. And MIBR say, do you know what? Okay, we want to have firepower, we want to run at you, just want these aim fights. And to be honest, that makes so much sense.
You'll get them. Hero AK into this round. And a collection of pistols, armor, so definitely enough to pack a potent punch, but also utility. So far, Imperial's game plan's been very mid and B focused. I don't think anyone has really strayed into the A bomb site at all. That's fading out all this pressure while the mid space gets taken. Yeah, that alt fire off too. That's a bit of information.
This isn't really going to upset MIBR all that much because you've deliberately left mid open. What's interesting here is that Imperial, they've now smoked off the base of Connector, and you might be thinking, are they going to walk through it to go in towards A? What is this going to do to our ticket player? And instead, you're going to be really static. Younger is just holding. The only thing you need to be worried about is jungle, but it's being covered right now by Olga. She knows.
Yeah, Tory's is going to play late from this position. Younger's ult again fires off, so you know you don't have to worry about that over on the A-bomb site. And, well, you don't have to worry about it at all. Head taken clean off. At AK getting to work, and now they start to scale into this bomb site. Poppins, a lot of targets, but takes down the bomb planter. There's not a lot of time here, and Poppins is wasting it. Bomb still needs to go down. And they disrupt it. It looks like they have, yeah. They've taken too long, and now you've just got pistols remaining. And just about Olga staying alive. Through pure staying alive, she wins the round.
Yeah, I tell you what, that gets a little bit scary though, because you know Olga wants to fight. You got the short player that's also swinging, but the short player swinging is the correct element of that. Olga doesn't need to peek in towards CT, but by the short player swinging, you confirm that they're not on the bomb. And that means that Olga needs to tuck or run away. In fact, she does neither and just hunts, but the premise of the round is there.
Oh, great shot from Tory.
They're always good for one.
Kills come, but not the round. I'm getting away from them.
New coach for MIBR as well. Landon has played a lot within the Tier 2 space of South America. I've casted him a few times myself. Hasn't played an official since November 2024 and has now come in to coach this team over the last couple of months. I think he'll add that tactical nuance, because I feel like Olga would have learnt a lot with her time with GFI and HSG, but I feel like Landon will be the glue that sort of puts it all together, and probably will allow Olga to still be Olga.
Now we are going to get that A test. Tory on the lurk. Danny, the only one that's really here, because look at this push. 3-player push to get B control.
And now Danny realizes, okay, there's no one here. I need help. Slides into default. You've got this ticket player. Tory ready for underpass. That's a really big catch onto Younger.
Still going to be the commitment through. Got this push top mid, but keep your eyes on this A bomb site and how this whole goes. Good counter utility is slowing them down. In fact, it's not the mid push. It's back through spawn. Olga has the round in her hands.
Cat's holding.
Cat is holding, yeah. Fully aware. This pause from Imperial has caught MIBR off.
Now you can go back, because look at Tory. Tory in amongst all of this has now walked through under, is now taking space at B. As long as the bomb doesn't get caught, That's your way in. Danny now repositions towards top palace, caught off by 23. Damage is being inflicted. Both Wayne and 23 are incredibly low, but tory has found the way in.
Yeah, but, I mean, I guess you're in a 5-on-2. I feel like they're going to commit here and tory's going to be a late play.
Okay. But
still a chance here with these two players.
Two players on the low. And now you can just come through and fight. And remember, MIBR, all they want to do is fight. 20 seconds left. You've got no time for this lurk. Instead, it's going to be the spam out, and the trades are there. It's the quantity of MIBR that ultimately flounder. Imperial, they get it done with the numbers, but my goodness me, that is such a well-earned round, but it's really hard fought for. Why would you not just go B?
Yeah, that was very scary for a moment there, but you know, they're just getting these picks one by one. This pause, Cat getting that flank is everything.
Maybe it's also just a case of Imperial wanting to just take the fight the hard way, just to prove to themselves that they can win rounds like this. I know that sounds really counterintuitive, but it genuinely could be a thing with this team.
They also didn't really have an easy path to B because they had no information outside of tory, who's been on this slow walk around the map. You never know what gap could have been missed. Case in point, Olga's push. This has completely crippled the finances of MIBR. And they're forced into this round and already lose their first player. And the bomb site.
So what, you want to retake with 5-7s now?
You're saving, surely.
Yeah, you have to. This doesn't feel good. And this opens the door for Imperial. And the last thing you want to do is give Imperial open invitations to get back into the game. 4-0, it started off so well. A really difficult round that had so many layers in it for MIBR ultimately goes awry, and now you're forced by falls flat. And whilst Olga might be able to scavenge and secure an AK-47, ultimately it isn't a big prize.
Yeah, they can escape elsewhere, so shouldn't be losing anything else. 1 AK, that allows at least a 5-7 drop over to Danny. Keep the next round still threatening. That's Imperial getting off to the races these 2 rounds. Still favored into the next as well. Well, you have given Olga the AK. I want to discount what she can do with that.
You don't want to, but it's the same conversation of, okay, well, what do we do? Because remember, in that previous gun round, MIBR did push the issue. They did get aggressive in towards underpass. They did get the info, but it still wasn't enough. Here, Olga's going to be over towards stairs, a pushing towards ramp. Danny gets close with the 5-7. The fact they're going to go around the corner here feels pretty bonkers. And it is. Punished it immediately by this AK. Olga strikes in for 1 and then wants to just stand and bang. And it works out really effectively. Olga eventually gets overwhelmed, and now the rotates are really far away.
Yeah, but a lot of damage inflicted. Anna on 6, Cats for less than half. A chance for these 5-7s to do some work. I feel like Olga maybe bit off more than she could chew, but still takes a fair few bites out of them. Bomb not quite down. Flashes thrown by both squads just to get this space. GaBi, can she deny this? The answer's no. Actually, I really thought she had a good shot at it. So it'll be on to Poppins, who has the information 2 players are there and is going to opt to save that AK.
Yeah, I think this is the right decision. I think if GaBi's able to grab 1, maybe deny the bomb plant, give Poppins more time, then you can definitely comprehend going for it, but it makes sense just to hold on to the AK. Again, this is another situation where you can actually just give it to Olga.
Yeah, damage unconfirmed as well, right? You don't really know that Anna and Cat are low.
No, she was just
at least not that HP.
Yeah, she was just spamming wildly at the top of the stairs.
At 5 margins, Imperial scrape through. tory, big kills. Bane, of course, with the opener. Double down at ramp.
Did she keep the AK? I'm surprised that MIBR, actually, should I be saying this? Yeah, I will. I'm surprised that they pushed and like wanted to take the fight at ramp rather than just tucking in the corners. I thought they were going to like tuck on either extremity and then like Olga was going to take the contact.
I guess the thing is you want to know the information so you can put that AK in the right spot.
Yeah, that's a good point.
If it's clear, then she can just move off.
Oh
no!
what?
Younger, that was the chance. Danny goes down quickly after, and what could have been a good start quickly is undone in seconds. All fall bar one.
Oh my gosh. And that is such a good Imperial round. They take contact and they just go immediately. They just put pressure on every single angle and they make it really uncomfortable. No one gets a kill. I can't believe that younger shot missed. That looked dead on.
I don't think she was expecting to play that close either. Such quick scaling up through short. Not really been about the AWP so far. And won't be after that.
That's actually wild. And she was going a little bit absent in that game against Atrix as well. So I guess that's the only thing you do have to keep in the back of your mind. Because remember, Anna was so good against NOP on Ancient, a map that isn't really defined by AWPers. She had like 20 kills. If Younger goes missing on the maps where you want to stand and fight, remember, you've deliberately chosen to go in this decider. Well, firstly to Inferno, secondly to D2. If your AWPer's not there, you're going to be in for a rough time.
There's your opening. Kills again, another double down. 12 and 5. Bean? Wayne?
I'd like it if it was Fiend, because then we could do it like the Travis Scott song. Fiend, Fiend.
Don't listen to that.
That's for the knowers out there. I'll play it for you in between maps.
It's okay, you don't need to.
Oh, I will.
You don't need to, though.
I know I don't, but I will.
All right, Imperial take the lead after a strong MIBR start. It's been nothing but Imperial for the last 5. No, T-side no less.
Nothing but Olga, really, either, to be honest. Like, we've not really seen any of the riflers like have a really big moment. Obviously, we had GaBi on the pistol. Danny, again, is just effective solo A. I mean, you've got 2 players that are in at connector. But Imperial pull the plug. They're not ready to immediately commit to this space. They're worried about another push.
Yeah, going back to clear everything. No lurker, so feeling like they want to take this space. Need to retake this mid control. 2 players posted up in Palace, so Imperial's intentions do lie in A late.
23 is always in Palace. Like, as the lurker on the T side, like probably 9 times out of 10, she's in Palace.
Are you ready for a companion by her side?
Maybe not, but this sandwich reposition's quite deadly.
So is Tory. And Cat. Finally, an answer back from GaBi, but only one before she goes down. Danny spammed out. Younger left alone and spotted, brought down low. It is easy as that.
It's kind of ridiculous, actually, because you see the short kill come in out of tory, and then everyone just disappears for MIBR. Like, how does that hold fall so flat immediately? Like, that is very concerning, that you get 1 kill in, and within 5 seconds, the entire defense is dead.
Yeah, is it MIBR just reacting to that kill coming through immediately and then, you know, just getting caught because Imperial are very good at waiting for Imperial are really good at, waiting for those moments to try and punish a team? Or is it everyone feeling like they need to make that play to bring it back?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of both. I think if you notice the movements immediately after, I think, Imperial get a kill, it almost feels like a little bit skittish. It's almost like MIBR aren't ready for this fight to come in, and then short pushes forward, connector swings immediately. Your sandwich player's now moved in towards ramp off the back of the reaction of the mid contact. You don't need to do these risks, and because everyone is making these small, slight changes, it completely disrupts the overall aim of your default.
Now mid control freely taken as MIBR have a half buy. Close range with the SMGs could be deadly, but it is only 23 over towards Palace.
Surprise, surprise.
Everyone has that one person in your face at game that just goes and sits in Palace the entire round. All has been made.
I think they're going... It looks like they're going to go mid to A again, because they're just getting all of this space in middle. 23's just come back to check ramp. Okay, no one's pushed ramp. Back into my house I go. With 50 seconds left, you can still deviate away from this. If you see like a few players out towards connector, you can easily swing this into a mid to B play. But I love the fact that you're leading with the AWP on an elevated angle. Poppins falls first yet again. That's another opening death for Poppins. Danny feels like she needs to peek. And suddenly all the A players are crumbling. And 23 is going to get this kill on default.
Yeah, because it could have been nice to have, you know, Olga and Danny then maybe push into ramp, for instance. You know, to make a different move elsewhere. Try and offset that. The bomb's just going to go to B freely. Nice kill for Younger. These are all consolation frags. It's going to be 7 on the board. Bomb is planted on B. They are nowhere near, and they don't have the kit or the players.
Can't go for it.
This AK is going to be picked up. So both players will have that rifle into the next. And we can drop it over, get herself an AWP.
It's actually really interesting watching the game in real time develop, and I think this is really an element of pressure, and I'm being obviously quite subjective after what I'm just seeing within this game. But MIBR, think about how they got these early rounds. It was set plays with like little bait and switches. They were the ones in control. They were the ones sort of setting the idea of the round up for themselves. Then they push underpass and they get all the info, and then suddenly they start flanking ramp. It doesn't work. And the one time it doesn't work, they've now just almost just gone into a shell of their former selves, and they're not giving any fights. They're not looking for any opportunities whatsoever. They've given too much, in my opinion, respect over to Imperial, and they are just hammering it home round after round after round. You're giving them too much space. So what one play didn't work in terms of Olga flanked ramp and Cat was holding. He still went under and got all the space and the info.
Yeah, you can't afford to play scared against a team like Imperial. As much fear as they may inspire. Again, Imperial happy to take their time. They've got this control. Tory's posted top mid. They're on the line for any sort of crawl through shot, trying to punish if they want to go for that sort of play again.
They just have no info. And that means that Poppins has got to just protrude a little bit further forward on short because you don't know about B apartments. Olga's now moving out top middle. Timing is brutal. And Younger's not really ready to go. She's now stuck in towards connector. Molly goes into jungle. VN can look to bait and look into ladder. Younger needs this fight. And instead, 23 then starts to activate. That's going to move all the rotates. GaBi finds one back. Younger's still alive, but she's the only one that is. And Imperial, yet again, weave another perfect T round. That is 8-4 after being 4-0 down.
Always thought I could walk through fire, blow up the storm and see the light, yeah. I told my friends that I could run on water, and they said nobody can. They'll see me flying through the sky, yeah. Play hide and seek behind the clouds. I show my friends that I'm not scared of dreaming, and I'll do that again, over and over again. Suddenly the heart and chest feels
was a great start from MIBR, 4-0 out the gate, but that's all the end of the half with Brandon. That's with them getting that pistol round, something that they've been so hard to find for them. Getting it twice, it'll be beating the odds for sure. And, well, pretty hard to get past those shots. Olga at least does trade back one, and a chance to plant the bomb, fall short with that smoke.
Okay, and that is a really important kill because suddenly you've now got your main sight line.
Smoking kit though, that can be deployed pretty easily. Can the defuse come through? That's going to be tricky. 23's low HP, and in fact, oh, she's not on the bomb. This is a bit messy, but maybe it doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, the kills all come through anyway, and then the defuse on top.
You've got a smoke in a kit. If you smoked it, why is anyone else getting on that bomb? I guess to fake it, let 23 do that. That's fine.
It got chaotic.
It gets really chaotic because essentially what that means is you're giving MIBR a 2v1 on the player that isn't in amongst all that smoke mess. But it's all fine. And Vayin is just unbelievable. I always say Vayin. I'm just going to go Vayin. She can tell me off.
Yeah, hasn't yet.
16-8.
Insane opener. She's been best player on this team.
I think it's actually incredible that Imperial... Never mind, hang on.
Yeah, hold on, we've got
Give
this
me a
force
sec.
buy, we've got this rush, and we've got the player in short, Tory, doing wonders, and yeah, it's kills across the feed for Imperial. Nothing offered back.
So anyway, as I was saying...
Yeah, I mean, this force buy is just not at all finding anything, and you're peeking into 3 players. GaBi's got a Mac 10, so can't really help out too much either.
Watching.
Hoping that something comes through. Oh dear. Mac 10 1v5?
You know.
Now watch this.
She gets nothing.
Yeah, okay. On the money.
All right, speed run my point time. I'm surprised that MIBR, obviously, that they signed this, not MIBR, Imperial, Brazilian orgs. They signed Wayin, and yet they're so reliant on Wayin. I think that's actually been the most surprising thing to me because it felt like when they had Zaz as a player, Zaz incredibly good, obviously was providing like really good carry performances, creating a lot of space on T side. But we're talking about Zaz, we're also talking about Tory, we're also talking about Anna, we're also talking about 23, Cat's Inferno, etc., etc. Here we're going, oh, we got Wayin.
Proper superstar player. I mean, it's
incredible.
It's incredible to join a team of superstars and then be the one that puts you put in your shadow. You know, like it's quite remarkable to eclipse so many stars.
It's impressive how she's taken it all in a stride as well. Like this is such a
Rookie
big
year,
step up.
essentially.
Absolutely. Yeah. Breakout year.
Breakout year, yeah. That's a great way of putting it.
Should be 11. Momentarily. These Deagles are not finding anything except Tory's bullets and grenades. And in fact, she wants even more. Why not? Leave it to the IGL to get the eco frags. GaBi, nice shot on towards Anna, who's been actually uncharacteristically quiet. This Mirage hasn't had to do too much because of Vayin and because of Tory.
Who are both on no HP, but it doesn't matter. 23 on the angle. Good for Imperial to convert that map pick. This will be a stun round proper for MIBR, and it feels like their last chance. They have anything to say on this map.
An exec would feel quite nice. I don't want to see this default. I feel like if you default into Imperial, it's just not going to work. The issue you've got is you haven't really got rounds to play with. It's not like you can limit test the A bomb site and see how it goes. Because I mean you can, but then you'd be on Tech 9s if it doesn't go well. So it's all or nothing really with this investment. And it's a default.
Yeah, split mid, 2 top, 2 bottom. Look at ramp. That double trouble duo, it starts to move forward, but Orca's holding for this, misses the chance. It's fine. Here will get the contact, fall back. Might be up to Danny to try and link up. Yeah, this is the play you want to find.
You can hear her running. Smoke now goes into Con. You worried about window just for a little bit. Poppins hasn't seen anything on her B lurk. Wayne now holds for the window. Just so meticulous in the way that she approaches CS. Like the fact that she's ready for this jump up is the only thing she can naturally hold whilst playing quite safe. The smokes are going to land it in towards B because Poppins hasn't seen a push. So you're going to have one lurker and one go through short in Olga.
Well, the spam even confirms Olga's presence. Being to be able to rotate late, that molly is very disruptive, and now the hit starts to come through. A lot of eyes focused on short, but it's through the apartments that you need to be worried about. Tory tucks through, Cat taking contact, and she goes down after one. Tory, though, holding brilliantly in from short side. Finally, the answer comes through, but it's still a player deficit. And look who it is in mid-side. Bayin just walks in through. Younger will put her down. So bomb to be planted, GaBi. Oh, the timing. But still holding at least for a moment. But then 23 takes them both down. Was it ever in doubt?
Yeah. I mean, so many times. I can't believe that Anna misses the shot, and then that gives MIBR another opportunity, and then 23 hits the instant headshot. You're thinking, okay, well, now you know where 23 is. You don't really know where MIBR is, and then 23 just hits the instant headshot. That felt like Imperial. That's a ridiculous hold, to be honest, from Tory. But MIBR, if we want to talk, we want to be nitpicky, they mollied themselves at the end of balcony and they had to jump out the window, which means they're going to be mid-air on the short fight. And the short players from MIBR are still tussling with that disruptive molly that you mentioned, meaning that the apartments players are now separated from the short players into a complete mess.
12 in a row for Imperial. Brandon, this could be 13 rounds in a row to close. A statement from Imperial. Already feels it no matter what the end round count is. And the opener comes from HE this time. No matter what's in her hands, it's all deadly. But Danny, kill back and chance to Ayin, who's just gonna fall on back. Cat, even flashed, still deadly. Nothing comes easy against Imperial. They will get the space into B.
Needs plant. Good molly. Or in fact, that's going to incentivize them in. Younger will burn Wayne alive. But a break on the split. That was nearly a chance for Anna. Instead, it's confirmation that one player's gone in towards bench. And the plant is finally secured by MIBR. They need to hold on to this. After plant, they double swing. So at least they hold on for one more. Finally, they break the streak of rounds, but it could be too little too late.
Yeah, curse that 13-0 run there. But yeah, it's a very late resurgence from MIBR to find their first on this second half. An exceptionally long road ahead of them. And one that gets no easier. Timeout even taken by Imperial.
Don't need to rush it, especially when you've just won 12 in a row. I like this. This is Freddie's favorite word now. This is just a little litmus test of a pause, because all you're doing right here is you're just resetting the situation. You're saying, okay, this is where we're at. We've won a dominant round of rounds. God, that was hard. In a row. And now we're just going to take a breather. We're going to take a pause. We're not going to allow you to get that momentum. That was cool. You won that round. Okay, you got to do it again. And guess what? You got to do it again and again and again. It's now back-to-back rounds that we've seen on this B bomb site. Is it going to be a change of call here from Olga? Or are we going to get more of the same? In South America, normally, if it isn't broke, they don't fix it.
Well, it's looking a little broke. Or at least rusty right now. Younger's in a nice position ahead of the molly. Maybe a chance on this jump peak to punish. Going to be a tricky shot to hit though. 23, difficult customer to find. Surprise seer over here, in fact.
I was going to say, yeah.
I think it's because Anna's on the AWP over at A, and it's a walk down to GaBi. Holding for this exact play. Perfect crosshair placement.
Yeah, really good. And that creates a little bit of pressure and also uncertainty to Imperial. They're going to keep at least 2 players over here. You see the jungle player hasn't started the rotation over towards the B bomb site, but the mid space is gained by MIBR. And Imperial going to slide into a more comfortable 2-on-2. And Cat wants more info.
Just quite aggressively, but not going to overextend the mark. Be a powerful position.
They're aware of this. They're aware that this really could be a possibility because you've lost your ramp player.
Anna on the site. Tricky spot for the AWP, but it's also Anna, and when she's in a corner, that's when she does her best work.
I'd like a contact walk here because she's currently just staring at Connector. I don't want to see any flashbangs here from MIBR. I just want to see the slow creep out of ramp, especially with the short pressure.
I think that's what they're going to do, yeah. All this distraction over here. Anna has found that opening pick. So Danny goes down, and we can say just going to give 3 kills. But GaBi hits a good headshot. Still Cat can be the threat.
They're worried about it. They really are still worried about Palace, though.
Need to plant in a safe position. There's a smoke mid-site. They clear. You got to get this bomb down. Oh, I'm so nervous. But I don't think there's a way to deny. So it will go down. And Olga providing that coverage to remove Cat after 1. Player advantage for the T's, but Veen starts to mantle up over the top of the ticket and will remove the first, looking for the second. She'll find it. Would you ever doubt her? 21 kills, and for Imperial, it's an emphatic victory on their pick of Mirage.
I'll tell you what, Cat's lurk right at the end there is brilliant because it allows the space for VN to come over in towards ticket. MIBR, they showed us a good start to the map, and then that was about it. We always expected Imperial to do well. On Mirage has been their go-to this entire calendar year. You've now got to hope that they're going to test a new in-game leader. Sure, one that has been molded by LAN environments, but one that isn't used to calling it against this level of competition. And for Imperial, as you said, they have never really been here before. And you think they want to let this slip? Absolutely, no, they don't.
They have never, ever not been in the playoffs. They've only ever not been in the grand final once. This is the team that does not know defeat.
But the team that didn't allow them to get into the grand finals was a team from South America.
True enough. Can another one bring it back in this best of 3 and potentially eliminate them? Inferno's been a sticking point for Imperial. And a pistol round starts with a 1-for-1 in Banana. Olga with a critical trade to prevent further scaling.
This is what you're going to get out of Imperial for the majority of this game, by the way. YEEM pushing Banana, Anna being a pain with the AWP, and Cat will want to fight all of the time. And this is what MIBR wanted, right? And that's what Imperial was saying. You wanted this, right? You wanted the smoke? Well, come and get it. If you come for the Queens, you better not miss. Cat missing some shots and then gets dinked for her troubles.
Yeah, misleading amount of damage, though. She'll get away fairly fine. Still drop that smoke as required. You'd love to hold on to this smoke and have it go down as the T-smoke goes through, just to completely counteract that piece of util. Now to try and drop it, because they are coming at you. Tory drops 1 with the headshot, flash over the top. There's going to be a brawl around this smoke, and it's all CT success. Younger will sneak through, but she's known about, and Tory puts on a masterclass.
That's crazy from Tory, honestly. And again, this is another thing you're going to get out of Imperial, just to keep bolstering the point about wanting to fight, wanting to go forward. They are going to challenge that CT smoke in Banana every single round. If MIBR throw it, they're going to flash through it. They're just going to push through it on contact. Tory loves doing it. VN loves doing it. And it's going to be really difficult for MIBR to be able to contain them. And if Tory is getting a multi-kill, just shooting people through the smokes on random timings, you're in trouble.
Full spy back is actually kind of remarkable considering the finances. Not a lot of incentive to do so, but that's incentivized things. Now 23, run down as well. The Tech 9s, only 2 defenders, both fall at the pistols. And if you're Imperial, what do you even do?
Safe. You do not go for this whatsoever. Yeah, you've invested. Yeah, you got pharmacists. Yeah, you got utility. Number 1, you don't have a defuse kit. Number 2, you don't have the bankroll just to keep going. You're going to be reinvesting into the next round. Inferno is the highest of prioritizations when it comes to saves. I love the change of pace. And you know what? This is Olga taking matters into her own hands. We're just going to run up mid. We're just going to get the kill. Go in towards second mid. If I grab a kill in towards short, you burst in towards boiler. You go through the apartments. If I come away with nothing, we can reevaluate the situation. Really nice heads-up play.
Yeah, it's that moment of kind of concern from 23 when Anna goes down. She then falls back slightly into a deeper angle on apartments. just ducking out to kind of take a look at the scaling, then goes back. And the time that she peeks back onto her own smoke, they're already bursting through, so she can't just get them as they're gray screened. They have that second to land and to run her down.
And to be honest with you, that is a characteristic you don't associate with 23, and it's indecision. Because in that moment, you'd imagine she just slides into that corner, forgets about the bomb site, and sure, you got to lock it down at some point, but if you can hold that line where they're coming through the smoke, it just makes the rest of the rotations, jobs, a lot easier. And she's normally good to do plays like that, and you saw how considerate and patient she was on Mirage. Rush of blood to the head, makes the wrong decision, and makes it easy for MIBR.
They're not going to put off the pressure either. They want to keep on going. Look at this pace, continuing to scale. Ana, though, close by with the MP9, the perfect angle for that weapon. So it doesn't work twice. Difficult player to catch off guard. The rotations, everyone moves over at the back of their smokes. They were really anticipating they would find some success on that long play.
Kind of crazy that Tory's now just spamming the smoke as well. Just puffing up her chest and saying to MIBR, come on then, just come in towards this A bomb site. Why not? What have you got to lose apart from everything? Apart from all of the momentum. GaBi's lining up a flash, thinks better of it. Contact play, jiggle. Doesn't secure a kill for either party, but Tory Free, they're at least able to combine, get out and get the info. Molly goes through towards site, through Poppins. They're going to start wrapping this. We still don't know about GaBi.
GaBi going to be needed. Can't get past Ana, so it's all kind of falling apart. Yeah, not a kill found. Ana completes the hat trick. And double MP9 on long completely shut down the plans for MIBR in that round.
Tell you what, I guess it was foreshadowing by me saying Tory Free, because you've got Tory taking initial contact over towards the long players, and you've got 23 in mini pit taking the next wave of contact, and then you've got Ana that you've almost forgotten about in amongst all of that, just hiding in plain sight on A. Another force buy, because, I mean, why not? You were so successful with it the first time. Run it right back. Tech9's got you the openers. Nades will at least hold MIBR back at bay. Doesn't do as much damage as Imperial were probably hoping for.
Forces back and forth.
Just a lot of info.
A lot of info. Disengage, and the Flames keep them at bay as well. Causes that extra rotate over towards B. Keep your eyes on long where this smoke is going to get phased. Maybe not. GaBi thinks better of overextending the mark. But there is this gap at long that, you know, Tory is only checking every now and then. So a chance off this contact at B for GaBi's lurk to find success.
They've not got a nade to get Cat off this angle as well. If this was a true gun round, they would have had the HEs. You could double it, especially with the boosted player on the half wall. But instead, Cat can just stay here and be completely fine.
The best smoke, it's a little close. Maybe it's by design to offer that angle, but there's this kind of gap on the left side, and maybe there's some space actually to walk through to CT here. I think that's what they're going to try and do. Just burst through, catch this player off guard. Tory already goes down, or already gets one before she goes down. This is going to give that space for GaBi's rotate. Keep your eyes on CT spawn. There's GaBi finding that kill into Ana. Olga gets one, but... well, actually, the bomb got through, so it might not matter. No need for the but.
That's weird. No, I thought they were going to rotate back towards A, but instead they go through the smoke on the same timing. Oh, the lineup was nearly there for VN. And maybe that gives 23 an opportunity. There's just over 100 HP between both of these players. Olga slides in towards pit, and GaBi moves over as well. Crossfire immediately established.
Yeah, got the kit too, so 23 has the tool for the job, although without a smoke, it does get a little trickier, because GaBi can just play on the clock. Planted for her, and 23 is not being offered up anything. Olga tucked down. The time's just simply not going to be there. Even if she finds the kill onto Olga, who's playing a really difficult angle, I don't think there was a way through with GaBi's position in Banana.
No, absolutely. Reposition out of GaBi is everything, and probably just wins the round, because 23 has to clear about 90 million different angles on Banana before even recognizing that GaBi's in there in the first instance.
Almost lined up on the Tory then too. That could have been another disaster point, but that's like GaBi, look, coming to fruition really does lock in that round for them.
They're getting creative on these force buys. Like, there's a lot of moving pieces to MIBR's T side here. And it is making life a little bit difficult for Imperial. And I don't think Imperial were ready, maybe for the layers of complexity that MIBR were going to bring to the table on their map pick. Because remember, we just gone through Mirage, and that was very much, let's split mid, let's go up A. That didn't work, let's go B. Now we're getting fakes, we're getting multi-layering, we're getting that change of tempo.
We're getting comfort.
Yes. Yeah, it's a great way to put it.
Much more in a position where they know exactly what to do and how to dictate the game. There we go. Lost my audio for a second.
We're back.
We're back. A lot of damage in Banana. Poppins looking to make a quick play, but it's Ana opening first. It's a 1-for-1 on Banana, so the AWP maybe not expected in this round given the financial situation, but it's given Imperial a player advantage.
This is weird because you've got this double layering in towards the apartments for MIBR. And that smoke, that could push GaBi forward. 23 might not be ready for someone to be there.
She's alone.
And she has to hold this smoke because it's so deep. And that gives so much room for these players to maybe work their way out long. But obviously they don't know that we do. And Olga gives up the space on Banana.
Surely Ana's going to make her way back soon.
Well, that smoke is really causing a lot of disruption. 23 doesn't see or hear anything.
Okay, they might just be able to find the gap here. Flash over, 23 tucks in towards Pit. Flames will keep her in the open. Flush forward, Danny finds that kill, and yeah, side's clear. AWP fires off from long, smoke goes down. That was almost the chance. If that kill comes through, that could have been the retake already happening. Now there's a question about it. Do they have the way in? No
really.
utility save an incendiary.
Yeah, but they can maybe just pry a way in. If you all go through short, Ana can hold the deep line. You can then get Cat and Tory creeping in closer. No kit's the big factor, so they've got to move quickly. Molly to maybe offer up the AWP and angle. Tory's actually coming in from the apartments, and Ana will hit her shot, but GaBi tucks in towards the site, and Ana is out of there. Fortunate enough to hold on to the sniper, but MIBR hold on to the round.
Back and forth, but it's Imperial that take the step ahead now with these 2 rounds. I wonder with Ana's saved AWP if that incentivizes anything to next. You feel like they have to finally be broken. The Shu exchanging feet so many times, you think we were at a cobbler's, but it's Imperial that take the steps forward. Oh, backwards, sorry. MIBR take the steps forward. These Brazilian teams.
I know, honestly. What's a cobbler's?
Cobblers.
Yeah.
Shoe people.
I've heard of like a peach cobbler. Like pudding.
Not sure what that is, but...
Some fruit custard thing.
Okay, well, a cobbler is... You learn something new. They do shoes. And Ana does opening
shoe.
picks. Or says shoe. Multiple ways you could have worked that.
Yeah. Anklet. Or aglet. That's the weird shoe. That's the weird shoe thing that people don't always remember. It's the bit that protects the end of the shoelace.
Ana's in the right place if they progress further forward here, which they are looking to do. 1 AWP, 3 USPs, and a P250.
Oh, it's such a classic Ana.
Oh,
angle as
Ana's
well.
won this round. I can just feel Ana's just won this round. Like,
It's crazy that you say that. Look, they've rotated
she's completely
away.
alone.
It's just Ana here.
okay, Ana, here's your highlight. Best player in the world. The only gun in the round. But the utility, that's going to be the nuisance. Fire. Flash. But a quick shot out. Another kill comes through for Ana. Can she take more down? A flick up doesn't quite connect. Doesn't want to overextend. Those 2 kills that she's found already gives her team a great advantage. Now there's no kit, no util. They're going to have to flood the site with these players.
Oh, or she could just hit another wall bang straight through onto that default plant. GaBi is everything here. Needs to hold Banana. And they're just about to swing and try and force this issue. They line up for her though, but she can only find 1. 23's got a second AWP, and maybe it's the double snipers dual wielding to make this retake happen. Olga just wants to stand and fight though, and the first is hers, and so's the second. That is big from the in-game leader.
Yeah, the fact that it gets there, though. We had 1 AWP in that round from Imperial, and Ana makes that one look almost doable. 23 finds the one that Younger dropped at the very start of the round. That one was not thrown out of the map, and that small detail of not disposing of that weapon almost cost MIBR the round.
I can't believe that Olga is in that position. You could just play time. You could just wait as she's just in the open. It's vintage Olga in a way. And it almost looks reckless, but it's so precise. That doesn't break the economy, mind you. Because remember, that was just the one rifle in the round for Imperial. If anything, that puts even more pressure on MIBR.
Kind of the standoff in mid again. Both Orphas on the line. Anna not going to extend too early. Not feeling the pressure to do so in this round.
It's been a weird little tussle, actually, in towards top brackets, because MIBR, more often than not, have always had all of this deep space in towards apartments. 23 has just been locking it off, and Anna, when she's been at A, has either been over towards long or on the short angle.
Drop down. They're going to disengage from the apartments. Fairly default here in terms of taking this pressure. Long smoke, keeping that third player rooted over towards A.
What a molly. That just wastes so much more time out of MIBR. So I was about to say, if you want to go B, you've got to go now, because otherwise you're going to miss the timing.
Yeah, it's still enough smoke. Like, you can drop this at any point. And it's going to come down at a critical juncture. They're going to have to force their way through this util.
They haven't got a nade. They haven't got a nade to break it.
Yeah, they're just going to have to fight their way through, and they've done that. It's just worked, but Cat will step out with one with that FAMAS. Disengage. Careful to avoid that spam. Bomb to be planted, and oh, Cat punished by Younger, holding for that play. That was the break.
Time to save. Off you go. It's Inferno.
Yeah, you know the drill.
I love how in disbelief you were there. Oh, it just works.
Just works.
They got to find a way through. They got to run through the smoke, and VN is dead.
Yeah, well, you know, you're not often saying it that way around.
True.
I mean, the killer, not the killie.
What a big resurgence from Olga, by the way. 10-3 right now.
Welcome to Inferno.
5 out of 10.
Terrorists win.
Well, 5 makes 2. MIBR on this T side looking very solid. I decided Dust2, right?
Yep.
It was the El Clasico in terms of the actual maps that we're getting played here. Not going to get ahead of myself, of course, but I think that's a very exciting prospect. MIBR, no slouches on that map. Plenty of reps you get in South America on Dust2.
True. Now, Imperial, when they did all their hero shots, and obviously we've seen them in the studio, the photo background, which is really cool, by the way, the fact they've got all the players like floating in the background. They got these W. Is that for Vayin or is that for winning?
Probably for winning. The timeout, Imperial take. Now they're into the half-buy here, but you say half-buy, it's got these 3 saved guns, so...
Crazy looking at the kills. Like, Olga's on 10, next highest is 3, and he's in 5 rounds.
And Tory gets aggressive, does find 1, trade comes in. Lucky to get one there with the fire at her feet. Anna's been legged. Oh no, naded, sorry. Enough damage to look like a leg shot because she has no armor. That might make her a little bit more nervous to take a forward line.
If anything, it's just going to make her play the same angle she did before, where she's on the sight line by sight, and then she'll move back in and then further back again. Like that there,
That's
that one.
a scary position to be in if you know there's a double wide swing, because you do not have the speed to get away without armor. One bullet will take her down.
This reminds me quite a lot, actually, of Mirage, where MIBR were working the map and making sure that mid to B was a success. And now here on Inferno, it's worked so many times. It's so nice. We're going to do it 18 times. Oh, this nade would be brilliant if Anna was there. She isn't, but it'll still do a lot of damage to VN.
It's going to be on the money. And they should be able to pounce on Anna here. It looks like a good setup. There's that nade, and there is Anna. They just pounce around the corner. The wide swing does exactly what you'd hope, and it's Poppins. It opens it up with a double. This would be 6 commanding rounds on this T side.
It's looked really good as well. Like MIBR have felt, again, very much like the opening stages of Mirage. Everything is done to their tempo, therefore they're in control. And I actually really like the idea of this round here from Imperial, because it might look a little bit silly that Tory's fighting to her death through the balcony in the molly, but that she's trying to take the control away to allow 23 space to work, but she gets traded instantaneously, and then there's no re-aggression in towards the apartments. MIBR are allowed to dictate what they want, and it's such a shame, I think, in this round for Imperial that Ana does get naded, because that completely changes the idea of how forward they wanted to fight there. And it was almost bearing a really similar round to Mirage, where Imperial were trying to take the control away from MIBR. MIBR wrestled it back, and this time they've been able to stick the landing on multiple occasions. It's all trending in the right direction. And I think if MIBR were a little bit less static on that T side of Mirage, it would have looked a lot closer.
Finally get the full gun v gun.
Yeah, what's that been?
Imperial have been these rickety buys.
Ow.
Yeah, that's a lot of util damage onto MIBR. Nothing hits the Imperial players. Oh no! Ian's taken down 2, and then Cat by her side. That's the sort of banana aggression we've come to expect from this team.
Yeah, and again, this is exactly the same play as what I was talking about in the previous round, where they're going for this apartment scroll. Here they do it through banana. That one was weird. That was probably one of the weirdest examples of banana control I've seen, where someone is literally shooting at you and you're not reacting, but she gets the job done. But you're taking the essence of control away from MIBR. That's all Imperial need to do. They need to fight on their terms. Because the moment you fight on MIBR's terms, they're going to win the round.
Oh, that utility was so good too. Like the damage done by the nades, the Molotov that forced out a smoke that makes everything uncomfortable, and the flashbang, I mean, just fully blinded in banana, everything. It was a bit ridiculous to watch from the POV of the blinded player. We did harmonize. Blink. Sound of util dropping.
MIBR don't need to overcomplicate these rounds. Like, I think that's the key takeaway here, just for the rest of this first half. Don't try and do this cutesy, let's take banana, let's go back into top brackets, let's try and work a weird lurk somewhere, and then we'll go back in towards B, and then we'll go in towards long and have that flank. You see how complicated that sounds? Just keep it simple.
Alright, Poppin's not blinded and not AWP'd either, but a little bit scared after all of that. Did you know the AWP started over here? And is still here. Oh, Poppins is flirting with death.
Winks at Ana, runs away.
Mwah.
Good timing, because Ana's typically been on this big sight line in top brackets.
Not the space.
This smoke works brilliantly to prevent GaBi from peeking. But tory slid over. But you're right, they do have the space, but this smoke normally indicates that they're going to try and wrap. Except they don't. That's a wild Mac 10 dink.
Yeah, drive-by headshot, and now you're feeling a bit of pressure. There's another headshot. Younger over the top of the truck, and then the pounce out from GaBi teleports in front of Cat. You got to save again, don't you?
Yeah.
Although you've got a lot of money, so actually maybe not.
You got 2 rounds left after this. I think you save. Especially because you don't have any control, like in top bracket, in library. It's a really cool round from MIBR, and they do actually get a little bit cutesy with it, but I'll let them off because the timing of when they did things was really cool. The only way that gets undone is if tory isn't the one on that deep angle, it's actually Ana with the AWP. I think that's the only way that goes a little bit crazy. That's the only instance where they hedge their bets. But I really like the idea of taking top brackets as you've heard the AWP fire off, as Poppins is still sort of getting that advanced info on the boost by Zaiwu. And then you drop the mid to B smoke to then go through it. Yeah, it was really cool. And the balcony player swings as the long players take contact. So many different little layers that work and make a good treat. But if Ana was on that AWP line instead of tory,
Would have been different.
I would have been raging. But I'm not, and it's 7-3.
Look how happy you are. You love good Counter-Strike, and MIBR putting a great display on this T side. Three-player towards B again. Orb not part of the equation this time, though. Being is very aggressive towards the half wall. A lot of utility has been dispersed there. Anna looking to maybe peek in. That kill's easy as you like. Danny back turned and no possibility of trade. They are going fast. They keep going down here. I mean, Anna's watching. You got 23. A lot of eyes on this, and now the wrap through middle as well. They're already in the back lines, and Anna's going forward. Misses the chance, though. A peek back in, and yeah, not quite hitting the shots, but the kills come through anyway. 23, Tory, and vying with the final frag.
A really good little reaction here out of Imperial. Because what they've noticed now is that MIBR are taking map control, but they're not really leaving anyone deep to lurk. They're not leaving anyone sort of in T-ramp, holding the banana push. They're sending a player that goes out long to be more of that extremity lurk that's more aggressive, rather than having one that is really deep holding for the rotates. And as a result, you can get these really quick rotates. I love the fact that Anna comes through that long smoke flashes for 23. 23 doesn't actually need to activate whatsoever. It's really cool little adjustment from Imperial. It's enough to get them that fourth. And they're hanging on in this. Oh. Held for and dealt with is Anna. Finally, Olga re-enters the kill feed.
Poppins got a lot of players coming towards her, but they're through the smoke. Free as you like, and she dodges the spam with ease. That spam going both ways.
She hasn't taken any damage.
I don't know how she's avoided all of that. Meanwhile, Olga just takes the A-bomb site all on her lonesome. So this one looking like a wrap, put a bow on it. We're going to get an 8-4 half.
Okay. And this time, you look at the adjustment. As soon as I spoke about it, Poppins is now deep holding for that rotate. So I like this. Both teams are just adjusting on the fly so consistently. Poppins should deal with Cat, and there should be no further say in this for Tory. And there you have it. 8-4. What a fantastic resurgence from MIBR on their pick.
Fanatic.
I can break for you.
Don't break.
Flashing.
Oh,
Flashing. I'm only
break.
behind it.
I
Bomb.
I device. Was sold.
Nice on me. One more.
One more.
Nice.
It's a up player in B.
It's B-round. One more dead. It's
One more
B-round.
flash.
I'm reloading. Only 1 second mid, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna risk.
I can smoke deep.
That up player.
Last
Up, up,
supporter.
Yeah, up player possible.
Давай, come. I can boost. Okay. Nice. Блять, guys. Nice. Good job. Keep it up.
So electric, I might die. Yeah, the feeling in the air makes me high, but I'm in for the ride. And I thrive in the street lights, lose myself in the currents of time. I got you on my mind. Everything that I feel is so new. I'm pretty sure you're gonna feel it too. But if you don't, there's no
Well, if you missed Mirage, it was a pretty one-sided affair for Imperial, but now it's a complete reversal of fortunes. MIBR on their map pick, putting Imperial through their paces as the Brazilian organizations fight it out. Brazil versus Europe here. Stay alive. It's on Impact Stockholm.
Just don't get over complacent if you're MIBR. You've worked so hard to do this in the first instance, get 8 rounds on your T side, and now suddenly you've got an opportunity to take this pistol and smash it out of the park. Let's see what MIBR can do, because Imperial are now accelerating quickly into top brackets. A lot of players here, especially with dualies.
Playing anti-flash as well. So the contact will come. Not from long. And then Danny set up for success. What can these dual Berettas do? Here comes the burst around the corner. Oh, they can't do anything, Brandon. Not a single thing. Oh no, it all runs dry. Not a kill found. Poppins, they'll be aware of this flank because she was in Banana and, well, made quick work of Olga. Dealt with as well. Flawless, no one falls.
Oh. Well, that felt like it was not doomed to fail, but the way Imperial cleared top brackets, I think was really impressive, because you've got a player that jumps. Again, the whole idea of a jumping player, especially in this like crossfire choke point, is to get both of the players to move their crosshairs, and that allows the quick swing out of the rest of the Imperial players flooding in. And at the jump, I think the player on the jump just immediately sees someone just tucked in the corner. So that information is relayed. Quick lock headshots at close range against the USPs and the dualies in that instance. A brilliant worked round from Imperial. Force buy back in, of course it is. And Imperial aren't mucking about here. They just want to go B, and that is the right decision. Because currently there's only 4 on A. Rotations haven't happened yet.
Yeah, this is the classic, right? You leave one player with some smokes and then you hope that Imperial are incentivized to walk into A where the stack is. They've played Knifey Spoony before.
Knifey Spoony?
Yeah. Ah, well, round's done.
What is Knifey Spoony?
You never played Knifey Spoony before?
No. There's some weird Australian, like,
Oh,
thing.
blimey.
Crikey, mate, you want to play some Knifey Spoony?
Yeah, that's...
Is how I imagine Mac would say it. What is it?
Well, I don't have the equipment on me.
That's fine. You are a commentator. I need you to describe
Alright,
it, because
so
people wouldn't be able to see it anyway.
So you know, if you would pull out a knife on me, all right, and I'd go.
That's very UK.
Yeah, and I'd be like, that's not a knife. This is a knife, and I pull out a spoon. And then you would comment on it being a spoon rather than a knife, and that would be you showing you know it. But if you were defeated by the spoon, then you've lost Knifey Spoony. I see you've not played Knifey Spoony before.
Terrorists win.
I'll show you the clip later.
Okay, thank you. Even our production is just...
Y'all never watched The
Concerned.
Simpsons, come on.
That was one way to pass time during a save. Let's never do that again.
Oh no. Not the prettiest buy either. 2 MP9s. Hey, an AK, Khalil. She got those. Little upgrades we found.
So the MP9s are the knifeys and the M4s are the spoonies.
But we're moving on from it.
My bad. Good info. Olga sort of trapped actually in this corridor of utility. We'll drop a smoke that will veil vision. Imperial won't know the true number of quantity of players here just behind the smoke. Currently it's 2, and there's a third ready to line up a flashbang towards Coffins. Boost up for Vain, and she's able to grab not one, in fact, just one. I thought, honestly, she was going to get that second
It really
kill.
did feel like it, didn't it? Now the flash comes, Poppins re-clears and re-smokes too. Oh, Tory has just walked through the long smoke.
Fair enough.
And Same time, Youngwood catches off 23, but this kill, this timing, looking the wrong way. Oh, Tory, I feel like she had the world in her hands.
Look at Poppins. Poppins is really aggressive on Banana. You're not expecting this whatsoever if you're Imperial. This timing is so weird, and Poppins gets caught in transition.
Yeah, I mean, she was just feeling like she shouldn't be there, essentially. She knew she was not meant to be in that position. And up over the top, oh, Cat finds a kill back now. Low HP on both. But this 2v4 becomes a 2-on-2.
There's no util.
There is a kit, though. Danny has that in her back pocket. This smoke's fairly fresh, so they're going to have to go the long way in through coffins. The classic crossfire in the back sight of Inferno. Flash picked up. Time's ticking. Sure, you got the kit, but you need to find these kills. You need to find them quickly. Hits that 10-second mark. Cat not even called upon. Anna gets both, and they convert off a 2v4.
Of course they do. That is so Imperial. Digging deep when it matters most, when their backs are up against the wall. They're able to show that resilience. That's even when everything really goes wrong, right? You've got that long lurk out of tory, caught off guard. VN doesn't get this double kill right here. Then Poppins gets caught. It felt like she should have just remained in her angle.
Either stay there or just get out completely, but I think the timing to evacuate was kind of gone at that stage.
And Cat's repositioned to jump over the top of the CT smoke. It's just the final nail in the coffin. As soon as she gets that kill, I'm already writing the round off.
Yeah, absolutely. Hannah even stepping forward with low HP and still wins both fights. That's the Imperial we tend to see, even if they've been missing thus far in the map. They brought it within one, and it's a half fight from MIBR, so we could be tied up momentarily. Imperial yet to drop the ball on this T side.
Oh, big nades. Could this offset things? Look at how close. Oh, look at how close Wayne is. Takes 2 down with her, brings Olga low. And that's going to be enough of an oomph to push Imperial into B.
Yeah, it's going to be a tied scoreline. Goodbye, Olga. A blanket of flames. Anything for Danny? 23 just leaves. Be nice to find a player to catch off here, but 23, difficult one to flush out. 8-8, we are tied up.
I'll tell you what, it really is the battle of the Brazilian organizations, but it's actually the South America acceleration and flair that we're getting out of a non-South American player. Like, VN is just consistently taking space, almost just like aggressively wanting to force these fights. And she was doing this so much online. She did this a lot in FPL as well, the recent LAN that they attended against Bigger Keeper.
And she's one of the best rated players of the season with that sort of play style.
It's crazy.
Great
See me
utility.
do it again.
Good flash. Oh, it's enough. Anna doesn't drop down, wants to go back onto that angle. A push through. Olga is taking players down through walls, through heads. And Poppins through the smoke. They answer back.
About time too, because Imperial were starting to build up that momentum. Remember, 8-4 half, now turned into an even game. 23 gets dinked to her troubles, bombing Banana. I love this reposition right now out of Poppins. You're never expecting this.
I don't know if 23 even wants to see anyone with 13 HP. Pretty unlucky position to be in. You just look to disengage, hold on to the rifle for the next round. So MIBR will finally break through on their CT half. Keeping 3 alive will feel great, especially the AK scooped up. Maybe Danny can grab one, although she's pretty far away from the action, it looks. But again, it falls to Olga to get this done, right? A 3K from her, super aggressive. There's that final kill coming in. Can she do enough for the rest of the team to start to step up? We've had Poppins have a few moments, but it definitely feels like the Olga show right now.
To be fair, that is a position she's used to being in. It used to be Olga doing a lot of the heavy lifting for every single team that she's been in when she was a part of Fury, when she was a part of HSG. Now finds herself back surrounded by young superstars, and MIBR has taken more of the leadership responsibility. So that's based off her experience. That isn't based off changing her playstyle. She still plays exactly the same way. She wants to be involved in the action. She wants to try and take the fight. She wants to be that carry. It almost, her Astrid reminds me a lot of Zana actually from NIP, because as much responsibility as they take on, the less their team have to do, and in essence, the more likelihood is that they're going to win. That's how they view the game. That is how Olga views this game.
Money at breaking point for Imperial. A chance there for both AWPers. Don't want to give Anna too many chances. Younger will disengage. Gonna disrespect this smoke in towards Banana too. They knew they had their own 1.5 wall, which allowed that space back. It's been a bloody brawl, this Banana.
Utility is so light on Banana here for MIBR. You've got one smoke left that you imagine is going to get put down in a moment towards the half wall. You've got one singular flashback. Poppins plays anti. Olga spams, hoping, begging that someone comes close, and that doesn't actually happen. Imperial set their sights elsewhere. This A bomb site looks tantalizing. But it might not even be the final commitment, because look, the bomb is still in T-Ram.
It's probably good for MIBR because 3 players currently committed to this B bomb site. They will move bodies over.
And Imperial did this last time, and they caught the player moving away. This time, no one is moving.
Surprised GaBi even takes that smoke with her with the time ticking down. That would be so valuable at B right now.
Oh, Poppins, I don't like this.
It's a very wide angle, but that jump, that's a good timing for her.
Get out.
Oh no! Stuck, forced to stand, and forced to fall by Vayne.
You might not be ready for Olga, though. Remember, Olga's just been tucked here the entire time.
This flash.
Flashbang being set up, and it's good to secure Olga another kill. And she is trying to evict Imperial out of this B bomb site. 2 kills, is it enough? Well, potentially, because Young has followed through and goes even better. A 1v3 now for the AWP of Anna. And she hasn't got the time to do it. She might get Younger, but that is only a consolation kill. Olga does enough.
She might even go down after time here. If they want to swing her, no, they're not feeling brave enough, and fair play. Again, it's Olga. It's always Olga. That multi-kill required, but you've got to give all the credit to Younger in that position as well. She's the one that puts it back into their court.
And to be fair, I actually really like this little tiny switch of Poppins effectively just selling her soul for Olga at the back of B here. But the way that she panics, inadvertently by getting caught on the sandbags as well, but it looks like it really sells the idea that she's the only one there.
That's true enough. I love the way Younger played that as well. I think she was aware of the time, right? Doesn't overpeak. Knows they have to flush her out because time's ticking.
MIBR's utility usage this game in particular has been fantastic. They've been really chipping Imperial down. And Imperial, I'd love to get Newt on this over the weekend. I just feel like they're grenade magnets. Because I remember when they play NIP on this map, like they were just getting massacred by the nades. It's the same result here as well. Good find by Anna. And she wants more. Scoped and trained on this pit angle. 3v4. And yeah, they're only deagles, but Anna's got the sniper.
Potential to pick up a second AWP out towards long as well, right?
Oh, again.
And without armor, it doesn't matter so much. But still, so difficult to scale. A lot of angles to clear with this AWP. One smoke to kind of set this up. If an off angle's adopted from the library player, oh no, Poppins has gone down.
You can't peek if you're in the mini pit position. GaBi cannot peek.
You just got to sit. You just got to wait for them to walk into you. Play those off angles, catch them off guard. Tory's picked up the second AWP. She's looking for the option. 23 gets information on that pit player, but it's mini pit where GaBi is, and then she strikes and almost swings for a second. But then Danny, Olga, everyone arrives.
Yeah, really good. Really good from GaBi. Did mention her on Mirage when MIBR, you know, won 4 rounds and it didn't do anything. But during those 4 rounds, she was really good. And here on Inferno again, I said, look, don't peek. She waits, gets the contact. The contact comes from the big pit player. That's the activation point for GaBi to swing up, and they just aren't ready for it, Imperial. You gotta remember, again, no armor on a lot of these players. So 1 bullet, they're basically dead anyway.
Still made that round look very
Yeah,
scary.
it looks scary. But of course, it's always going to be scary, no matter what buy. It's Imperial.
Yeah, I mean, 3 Galils, 2 Tech 9 and a Mac 10 though, so no AKs, no warp.
Here's a util again. Look at it. They're so wounded.
Yeah, bit goes on to Olga, but it's the T's that are left limping. Took an interesting trajectory.
Oh, what?
That's unfair. 3 players now very low.
I really like that spam from Poppins just on the close side of the half wall because Vayne has just been pushing so consistently just around that corner.
Olga's still got a full set of util here as well. Still plenty for Imperial.
Oh, wow.
There's a nade. Look where that came from. That was on the fountain.
And it's interesting because you've actually heard one player drop off of oranges, and now Poppins has reclimbed back up. So it's a deliberate audio cue to upset them. 23 on a big lurk, out long.
Being helpful.
Yeah, it's not going to matter, is it?
Warps on the line, so not going to be a lot of space here unless she can catch that rotation. Oh, you need that one, Anna. But she'll pick it back up. Flashbangs, a peek in front of them. Here comes the play, Poppins. Oh, not needed. Olga's just spamming through, and there's that kill onto the lurk. It's only Anna remaining. This was a forced buy, and it's MIBR. They're going to force map point. Anna just doesn't have the resources to get this done. Sure, a kill, but already calling it off, and there's no way out.
Got to give a lot of praise right now to MIBR because the fact that Mirage went in the manner that it did, you're 8-4 up, Imperial start to work back into the game, you go even, and from there you win a gun round and you just keep the momentum in your favor. You're in touching distance of pushing this to a third map. You got to give a lot of credit to how resilient these players are and that they're molded in this LAN experience now. We've seen this iteration of players, bar Danny, at most ESL impacts, and each time they get better and better and their confidence keeps rising and rising. Poppins said on that VT, they want to get to the grand finals. What a way to do it, to get by Imperial after being one map down.
Reverse sweep against Imperial. That would be something else. A magical storyline, but still have to get there. This is the best chance they'll have. Oh, and it's made better. That's the bomb. It's delivered over. A free Christmas gift, all packaged up. And the bows come out. Danny painting a pretty picture here in the apartments. GaBi will get caught by Cat. But still, a 2-on-4. They don't mind letting you get the bomb back now. Although, if the bomb gets back, B has taken all this space on B.
Yeah, but it's a 4v2.
How do you link up?
How do you get away without making noise? And to be honest, you can just collapse sort of on mid here. If you hit MIBR, you can even have a little lurk in towards Boiler. Poppins is now cutting off the exit. Look at this hold.
Cat.
Timing, good enough for the trade. And then yet again, that is the bomb. And once you see Cat escaping that way, you know the other player's more than likely on B.
Danny ace to end things? Wouldn't that be something?
That'd be awesome.
Doubling your kills in the final round.
Ace.
With an ace.
Secure it.
Confidence builder going into Dust2.
Let her have it. Let her have it. She won't get it. Poppins will, but it's that superstar duo that's enough to push MIBR over the line. We are not done here yet in this elimination best of 3. Remember, elimination best of 3 between Imperial and MIBR. We need a third map.
A third map, Dust2 as well, a map that MIBR are no strangers to, and they look so good on Inferno. A completely different beast in their comfort zone, and Olga
Well, it might not be a semi-final, but it's certainly got all the makings of it, doesn't it? One of these teams is going to be eliminated on day 1 of ESL Impact Season 8 finals here in Stockholm. One of Imperial or MIBR. Dust2, it's all to play for, and it's aggressive out of MIBR.
very aggressive, all towards top mid, but it's Anna draws first blood. Olga removed. Big ticket player to take out Danny, though. Gonna maybe answer back. Doesn't get the response she hoped for. A little bit of a fall back. Still a smoke molly to use for this T side, and 5-on-4 with a minute 20 on the clock. Plenty of room for them to do what they want.
I like the start of Danny, the immediate reset out of middle to go back in towards longs, try and take some deep space. Difficulty you've got is if MIBR keep this elongated pressure, if Imperial go B, for example, the rotates are so far away.
GaBi on the line, looking to find a quick headshot. Smoke will land. Does that disrupt them at all? If they can just get through, it won't, but they can't get through. Didn't realize that GaBi was reloading, otherwise they might have committed. So back to a 4-on-4.
It's quite cool, actually. Like, Poppins has used that smoke proactively rather than just saving it for the defuse. And as a result, you've wasted Imperial's utility. 23 lies in wait in middle.
So cheeky. She's going to find a kill soon enough. And yep, there it is, onto GaBi, and then a follow-through onto Poppins. Bomb is kind of committed here. This is a little awkward, but Danny, I don't think she can stop this getting away. The coverage from short is too good. Too difficult to deal with tory. Now listen, this is actually winnable. If she gets 23, there's a kit on the way to be scooped up. This fight determines the round, and 23 wins it. Big from her. 3 huge kills, that lurk in middle, paying dividends.
Yeah, well played by 23. And we spoke a little bit on Mirage about her Palace lurks and how good they are, especially in mid-rounds. Inferno didn't really see any of that. Here, immediately, impact for Dust2. Imperial seem to go up another level when the pressure gets applied and inflicted. And we give it all the praise to Poppins there for at least delaying Imperial. We've got to give it to 23, because without that lurk, they walk away with nothing in that round.
Be a force fight back.
Of course.
Now with this utility, it might insinuate through the T's this is the case, and the scout firing off is slowly putting those dots together.
Also, it's MIBR, they're going to force.
Yeah. Now at least you get the confirmation. I like what she's done with the scope. This has made a really cool craft skin.
Look at this pushing short. Look at how aggressive this is. Oh, they're all blind by the own flashbang. But GaBi and Olga are still finding kills. This is looking favorable for MIBR until it isn't. 23 still holding top middle, gets a double kill.
Going so well until it wasn't. Nice double down in for a middle, but just taking off a little bit too much there. Continuing to push the issue in towards middle. Doesn't work out. Again, 23 holding from top mid. Yeah, flashbang. Tory actually playing anti, and then Danny just flying over to try and get down low. Yes, 23 just playing up here by the barrels. Make sure there's no further punish. I think Young also stuck around a little bit too long in the middle, offering up that fight. I think after they get the double in towards short, they probably should have disengaged everywhere.
And now you just pushed mid. And no one's home. It's just going to be B. Ying just throws the bomb back. I want the ecos. Poppins denies immediately. They're trapped, but I mean, it's fine. You've got B and the bomb.
Snade's going to get a kill. No, okay, not quite. But Cat's now going to get them all with the Mac 10. Maybe not.
Or the Glock.
Oh, okay. Well, she gets 2. That's fine. Pays for itself. And you don't really want to save Mac 10 either. Is there another weapon at all? There's a molly. Oh, and an AK.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Happy days for Olga.
It is 3-0. We haven't actually seen a little bit of a back and forth yet out of these two teams. Mirage, obviously it was 4-0, and then Imperial ran away with it. Inferno, MIBR, that was just theirs. To kickstart a game, it's not really been this sort of like clashing of heads. It's just been one team racing off into the lead, almost like running out of stamina, and the other one just catching up.
All of those kills means Junga gets a very comfortable up. Oh, Anna, if she hadn't slipped off the head there, who's got the slippery noggin?
Mike does.
That's true. Oh,
what is happening
these
right
timings
now?
are ridiculous on these little bursts. Everyone's just jumping on heads. Mario Simulator. Oh, you're going to be forced to the flames. Doesn't matter. Okay, it does matter.
Worth?
Yeah, worth, I think.
I mean,
Olga
you got rid
goes
of
down,
Olga, yeah.
but Bane goes down. So it's like, you know, one star for another.
I don't like putting pressure on specific players, but I will. Just
Gotta
for
be younger.
It's got to be younger. Like, it just has to be.
On a map like Dust2,
Especially where she struggled against Atrix earlier. Redemption is needed. Timing from Danny here is good. And I really like this setup, to be honest, out of MIBR.
Younger's on the line. This is her chance to get a kill, and she can disengage. She's got a smoke she can also deploy in front of her just to really make this difficult for Imperial to keep scaling. And a massive gap here for her to work with. Okay, that is going to be plugged. She's going to have to find a different angle. This one looks pretty good, and oh, misses the chance there. A flash over, and there's that smoke going forward, but now she's in a lot of trouble. But a quick scope onto Tory, removes her quickly. Now that smoke is deadly to run around. Time is ticking down. Danny finds one from long, looking to push onto Younger, who's still being a nuisance at around 10 seconds, and the bomb dropped. Anna looking to try and save her AWP. Great job from Younger.
Don't you just love it when you talk things into existence? The fact that she stays alive there is the key caveat. I love the smoke that she puts down in Goose to actually... It's deliberate to force the T to peek her, to give her a 1v1, and she stays alive. Danny does a really good job at taking that space in long, we've already mentioned. Knows that there's not going to be a lurks and just come over to take the angle, take the contact away from Younger. She can reposition.
That's a crazy kill.
Oh, so's that.
We love a crazy kill here. Long fight coming in. 2 CTs on the other side. Younger, yeah, I think you want to disengage from this, fall back to a safer line.
Danny doesn't.
She's sticking around, playing anti. Play off Younger's contact if the further swing comes. Younger's going to get the chance here. Anna's walking straight into it. That's a big fight to win.
And the molly missed. And Danny's just going to go around the corner anyway. Traced out by Wayne. And you might think, oh, that molly is done enough. No, the jiggle is here. Younger doesn't bite on it. Instead, it's another swing out of a rifler and another kill from the AWPer. Now stuck in the corner, but maybe you're just stuck in with her. Although Wayne, yet again, alleviates pressure.
She had no help. She had no one to support her there. They arrive in from short. Bomb picked up at long. It's going to take a minute to get back. Now, I don't know if you know Poppins is crossed. This could be the fly in the ointment. This player in at Gandalf. There's no way for the T side to deal with Poppins.
As long as she keeps crouched. As long as she just tucks in close to this box, you've got no clue. And she takes the swing and wins it. That looks really touch and go. But now Kat's got both the info.
Really difficult position for Kat. Bomb is picked up. Is she really going to look for this fight?
I like this.
Separating the two is going to be hard. You think the swing comes immediately. Kat ready for that one, but then GaBi back through that 180. Almost impossible, but Kat gives it a go.
I'll tell you what, she didn't sort of whiff on the short player at GaBi. That round is hers. And we're screaming from the rooftops about how good Kat is in the clutch because she just thought that she killed the short player, immediately just transfers to player at Gandalf in Poppins. Scary. Very scary, but again, good work here out of Younger. Another multi-kill. And this breaks the bankroll of Imperial. And something I was asking for again. Hey, a little bit of a tug of war to kickstart the map. We've got it now. I'll tell you what, one thing that Imperial were doing against NIP were winning those full ecos. And I suppose against MIBR, I don't think they've won a single eco.
No, none of the sort of lighter buys or anything that they often pull out. We've seen some 2vx's.
Yes, we have.
So some of the typical Imperial nonsense has occurred. It's so good to see Younger getting active in these early rounds. That's really going to have her powered up. Sure, you know Olga's in full form.
Yep.
If Younger is playing at the level that we know Younger can, this Dust2 changes completely.
We said a little bit about Danny and obviously getting like that eco ace thing like towards the end of Inferno. What's been really good actually, just as an aside, when watching Danny play at these LAN finals, obviously he's only participated in a couple, but especially here against Imperial, she isn't scared. She is really selfless as a player, especially on the CT side. If you watch, she will try and give full leverage. Tory trying to give full leverage in towards long, overwhelmed, shut down. Poppins and Olga both find kills, and Anna is brought down to 1 HP.
Even the follow-up nade, if you thought there was maybe some space to try and take back. Yeah, Anna has the scout in this round. No ult for you, and yeah, not a lot to work with in this one.
It's so interesting actually just watching Imperial, because I think there's an element of Virtus Pro about them where I really do feel like sometimes they play down to the level of their opponents. And if you want to roll around in the mud with MIBR and take all these fights, that is exactly what they want. If you want to find a way to lose this series, if you're Imperial, it's by taking one-on-one aim fights thinking you are just better than MIBR, rather than, you know, incorporating strategy into it. For example, pushing long every single round. That will not work.
MIBR clearing the short side now as well. So they'll get the information. They can play back in from short. Even set up a long flank if they wish to. The smoke will all but confirm what the play is.
Thing is though, like even in this disadvantageous situation, Olga low, Danny low is sensible to a scout, so Anna could make this scout an AWP.
Well, it's not made easy by Olga spamming out Cat on the cross. He's just going to get the bomb down. That's going to be the tricky bit. That Molotov is going to be useful. Oh, actually useful in setting Danny up for the swing, but now are we setting up Anna for the clutch? Ain't no way. Low HP below, but Olga just tucks into that little corner. I started to believe, even with the 7 HP, the 1v4, it had Anna's name written all over it.
And it normally does in moments like that. She pretty much always pens her name into the unthinkable rounds. She is the Women's Player of the Year back to back to back for a reason. And very much like we ask the responsibility of Younger for MIBR, we look to the best player in the women's scene to elevate herself, to put her team forward here in this best of 3. Because Imperial, remember, they rely a lot on individuals, especially in 2025. Why not rely on Anna? Because you certainly can normally.
You can rely on all of MIBR right now. Everyone's stepping up, much like Inferno. Sure, Olga's a little bit ahead, but no one's running negative. Could be a pop-up with the pistols, try and put the pace on. Utility, drop forward. Younger's on the line with the AWP. Maybe a chance to drop down into CT. Smoke's going to go forward. Can Imperial get much from this? Here come the flashbangs. There's that drop down. Counted for. Younger, great shot, deals with that first threat. Then Olga can just pick and choose her fights. Flash from the long. Help her out as well. Everyone's chiming in. And to clean house, no one falls. Well held against the pistols.
It's actually so important, just from a psychological point of view, that you've set up in that way deliberately to counter this short play that Imperial are going for, and it's worked. You haven't lost a single player. Even the small attention to detail, like Younger holding for a drop down that's been communicated by Olga. Olga being on such a tight line, taking first contact, then utility comes over just to reinforce it. And Danny doesn't even die to the 23 lurk.
Yeah, ready for it.
Fantastic.
Oh, this is new. This is very new. Younger, a super aggressive line, but they're already passed, but she stays alive.
That's important. It's actually so important that she doesn't fall there. But look at Tory. Tory wants to try and close the issue. Flashbang dropped. Can they get out? Yes, they can. And in fact, GaBi's got a kill on Wa'id.
Oh.
And then Poppin spams out Tory. What on earth?
All the distraction in towards the lower tunnel, thinking players are evacuating. GaBi's like, yeah, I'll take that moment to push through tunnel. First time we've seen this be aggression.
Tunnel.
Yeah, you know, it's the main tunnel.
Choo-choo.
Choo-choo.
Shoot up. Our Imperial, 1 minute 10. Anna eats shrapnel. Bits of HE in between her teeth as she looks to just still apply the squeeze on towards short, but Younger hasn't fallen yet. Since asked to stand up and deliver. She's doing such a good job. And there's that flare. In fact, give her all 3. If not, then don't worry, because Poppins arrives on the scene. MIBR, they change the pace. It doesn't go to plan, and they still win anyway.
She even dodges that nade, all this crazy footwork over on ramp. That's brilliant. What a cool round from MIBR. Even when the initial aggression doesn't work, Younger gets away. And then Younger finds all of those kills over at ramp.
And unsurprisingly, Imperial now call for a 30-second breather. They were up 3-0. This is like Mirage. Up 3-0, now down 6-3. I want to talk to them. You can't, mate. There you go.
Yeah, I think there's a slight technical that looks to be getting resolved, but oh dear. Brandon, is it happening?
We're not there yet.
It'd be unprecedented.
It would be unbelievable.
Imperial day 1, the first team eliminated.
First time ever. You saw that start on the screen in that pre-game. They've never missed a semi-final. It used to be they've never missed a final. It used to be they've never lost.
It was a gimmick when they didn't have the day off, when they didn't go straight to the semis.
And who did they play? HSG. Not with Olga, but HSG in CSGO. God, I remember that overpass like it was yesterday. So many mistakes, so many overtimes.
Brandon, who was the team that took them down in Best of Ones as well? I remember Vertigo. I remember, I'm not sure which name they were under at the time.
Fluxo Demons.
Was it Fluxo Demons? It wasn't Black Dragons? Yeah.
With Goddess, with Poppins. First on the scene.
That was a massive Poppins game too, if I remember correctly.
A massive Poppins game with a massive Poppins crowd resurgence from her mum. I remember them all like doing dancing, like the conga line. That's crazy.
So yeah, a team that has experience playing against and even beating Imperial. Sure, some of the pieces around it have changed.
Yuli was there in that game.
Absolutely. And we've already hammered home how often Olga has gone up against it. It would be such a beautiful storyline to me. I can almost taste it. Olga eliminating Imperial. It almost sounds too good to be true.
It does, and that's why we shouldn't talk about it yet. Because whilst they're in the lead, this is a marathon, not a sprint, when it comes to this deciding game. But the fact that MIBR are doing it on the CT side, I think, is more impressive to me because it felt like they made more mistakes on the CT side against Atrix. A game that they almost used Dust2 as a warm-up to see where they were at, what they could have done a little bit differently. They felt a little bit timid when watching that game earlier in the green room. But here, they're trying new things, they're evolving. And they are making things happen. We are live and direct back in Stockholm with round 10. As the whistle gets going on round 10. It looks like Imperial are going to try set play rather than a default.
Yeah, but it feels like there's been no contact elsewhere. They've already got short position from the CTs. They have a good read on this. 2 players back into the site. Younger's in towards middle. It can be a quick responder. Imperial don't go off the gate.
No. Olga's got to be so careful here. Olga can't fall in towards short because that just gives so much room over. That also dislodges your rotation from Younger in CT. It will pull her forward, and it might allow Imperial to go mid to B. That doesn't happen. Instead, smokes are deployed in both short, in both mid doors. And now your U2 is lacking. Another one thrown forward. DJ Khaled. Now with the U2 in towards middle, and there's one that's been deployed up towards upper tunnels. They are sweating MIBR. Because they don't have that early control.
Here the smokes come down, a flashbang goes forward, and Olga gets caught by 23. Trying to go fast through those smokes. Now the split onto the B bomb site will come into fruition. Response will come in CT, but these defenders on site need a hold, and against 23, that is really tricky. Almost the second from Poppins, that might have offered something back, but it's Tory playing in the edge of the smoke. Back of the head. Easy kills from her, and finally Imperial break the drought. Yeah,
that was really cool from Imperial because it all depends on when they go based on the timing of the utility. Smoke literally dissipates in towards mid doors. You hear the molly. Okay, well if they're molly in, that means they haven't got another smoke. And typically, when you see these 2 smokes land in towards mid, if you're MIBR, you're normally associating that with a short take.
That 23 kill is everything. She is blind onto Olga. Both those players pushing through the smokes. If that had gone the other way, completely different round.
Mid doors and lower tunnels push again.
Up in.
Wow, this is actually such a crazy angle.
Oh my goodness.
This is such a wild angle.
Is Tory hearing that scope, I wonder?
Maybe, and that might incentivize her to push forward just a little bit. Tory catches Poppins, and there's no trade out of the AWP.
Oh, Young is stuck. Fights a way out for one, but how do you get out of here? I don't think you do.
I think you hide in the corner here. Yeah, I love it.
You're alone now anyway. All the teammates fall elsewhere, so it matters not. Oh, if Poppins had just kind of tucked in and kept pushing forward, or just been patient, maybe it's different. 2 in a row, this can be a 6-6 half. Just as I'm salivating over that storyline.
That's why you don't talk about it. You wait until the number is 13 or 16 or 19, whatever it is.
No, you have to start painting the picture.
Not this early.
Get the people believing.
Okay, I'll drop you with a hot take if you want. And I think MIBR, if they want any say in winning this map, they got to win this round.
Okay, 7-5 half demanded. I'm not sure what their pistol round stats were like on Dust2. We saw that on Mirage they were pretty horrendous. Obviously didn't take it in the first half here. So that's 6 hard-fought gun rounds that MIBR picked up. Double AWP. GaBi will be wielding the secondary sniper. So that's the change-up they go for. More passive approach with these turret sniper rifles.
But MIBR are just completely overlooking long. And they've put so much effort now in towards mid because Imperial have really been conditioning it, very much like they were on Mirage. And now they're here again. Quick rotate, though. MIBR have got 3 players, in essence, over here at long. They don't swing with those flashbangs. They just use them as a distraction. Well-timed smoke on towards long here.
Yeah, really well timed. So it's going to make it hard for Anna to go fishing. You can see she was looking for something with that AWP. Breeze up instead. Ian gets on the line and, oh, Young is holding for this. The single scope is crazy, but takes the head off of Anna. Bruce gets spotted as well. And now Young can just post up here. Doesn't need to worry about an AWP on the other side.
That's the key detail as well. I love this smoke yet again because what this means is that Younger can post or Danny can just be here and you can leave. And you can be a lot more flexible for the last 40 seconds of this round.
Yeah, time's a killer here. It has to be an A finish.
They've only got 2 flashbangs.
They've got to go up through short.
You know this if you're Olga. You know this is happening. And this smoke, oh, it's not great. And in fact, through the spam, Olga finds Cat, and you've also got a player creeping in close in Poppins. You're never ready for this. MIBR are everywhere, and Imperial are just falling flat. They get the initial space out long, but MIBR are all over them elsewhere. 7-5 half demanded, 7-5 half acquired.
Прям похуй,
Go
похуй.
start whenever, go.
Short peeking,
Go.
she was peeking short.
I'm flashing, you go through smoke.
Yeah, yeah.
The window flashes, Anna.
I
I'll
dropped
drop
you
you
one more.
one.
I dropped you one more.
Wait.
City fight
Ready.
dead. I'm all applied.
Wait.
Flashing in the
Wait.
smoke.
Wait.
Rotation. Develop
Wait.
smoke.
I will right click, go.
They're on B side somewhere. Car dead.
250.
Full blind.
Tight.
Tall box.
Only
Tall
one
box.
is alone.
Dead.
Last 250.
Plant. Katya.
Давай. Oh,
Nice. You body food.
Nice.
Drop something. Drop something.
You need to drop.
Go, take off, take off.
Ай-яй-яй. Nice.
Faint and distant sound, centuries away.
We had a 13-5 Mirage from Imperial to kick this series off. It looked like it was going to be easy work for them. A 2-0 to continue the run in the lower side of this group. Elimination game, but now MIBR bounce back with their map pick. They go into Dust2. They walk away with the first half with the lead and a chance to eliminate the best team that's ever played in the women's circuit.
I'll tell you what, it's just live and direct, just straight up long, but the car tuck out of 23 could be everything, but she fluffs her lines. More flashbangs coming in towards long. Tory is dealing with all of these players, and in fact, there's another team kill. This is a mess.
Yeah, it's a little bit awkward, that team kill. Let's put it back into the 3-on-3. And not very healthy looking players, but Younger takes another head off. The dual Beretta starts to move out, Gush down, removed. Oh, Poppins! 3 easy kills. At least that's the way she makes it look.
And they even wanted a handicap in this round. Oh, we're just going to get a team kill just to add the cherry on top, just to make it that little bit more difficult. 23 completely has a nightmare over towards Car, but she's been left completely alone by the rest of her teammates. Been asked to do an awful lot with very little to work with. Poppins, precise as always. It's really good to see her having this little bit of a resurgence because she was very quiet in this series so far.
Top of the table now, off the back of that 13-7. You do not want to risk through this smoke. It's a force buy on the other side, but 23 disengages, so that space is taken for free.
This is so South America Counter-Strike. Just the continuous bursts through long. All of the utility, now the re-smoke. Danny just wants to get on the edge of things. 23's been tagged through a smoke as well by this scout. MIBR have got all the control, but they've used all of their utility.
Yeah, just gonna have to brawl their way through this. In fact, I mean, utility sparse across the board. GaBi's got all of it. There's one flash for Cat. And what you don't want to do is just let Anna just tag up 3 players from back here. There's
like
one.
that.
Yeah.
This is really good timing actually from Imperial, just to get this info out of Cat, and then you can apply this crunch in towards short. Cat is being such a distraction. Remember, no utilities have got to dry peek this Imperial.
Oh, short is so scary. There's 3 players. The boost up, the double layering. Danny gets the information. Poppins gets the kill, and now 23 revealed.
That's fine though. Like, you came out of that so favorably. 23 needs to hit an instant deagle shot and can't do it. MIBR still in the driver's seat. It all falls to Anna, and she just gets completely sidelined.
Yeah, all falls to Anna, but all fall to Olga. Finding all the kills in that mid-round to bring it back. 3 for her. They save off the force buy. Imperial have to go for the eco. I don't know about you, Brandon, but we're about to have 10-5, and I'm starting to believe.
I don't know if we're actually at 10-5. This, I don't know. This just feels like one of those Imperial rounds.
MIBR aren't losing to the Imperial rounds.
That
If
means
they
we
were,
drew one. That
they
means
would
we
have
drew
lost
one.
that one. They would have lost that one, and they didn't.
They cleared that really well in short, to be fair.
That was
to them.
so terrifying. 3 players there. I don't know how they walked out.
How about
How
3
they
players
did.
again? With even less weaponry,
Yeah,
with
this
even
one's
less
less scary.
utility.
Don't know if the armor. One of them's USP.
This one's
and
more scary.
They're going to be avoided, actually.
They actually walk through the molly as well. That's fine.
Yeah, a bit of damage. Olga gets that information and steps in to clean up. Oh, too easy.
17-6 for Olga.
Yeah, Poppins had overtaken after the pistol, but now Olga firmly taking back the lead.
This is crazy. This whole series is absolutely crazy. You go into a 4-0 lead. If you're MIBR, into losing the map 13-5. It looked dominant, it looked so easy for Imperial. Inferno, a brawl, a lot closer of a scoreline. Dust2, a 6-0 start.
I mean,
In terms of MIBR winning rounds in a row, because it was actually 3-0 for Imperial, and MIBR then gets 6.
Olga's top of the scoreboard right now, 18-6, absurd, but even in this series so far, averaging 1.42 rating across 2 maps.
How's Wayne doing?
1.37, not too far behind. That's been the battle at the top, but on this map, a completely different story.
Yeah, the thing is, again, similar to Inferno, you got Wayne playing well, But you got no one else. Here on Dust2, it's 23 playing well and no one else. Wayne has shied away. Olga has reclaimed this spotlight.
Now there's the AWP in this round. Ana does have that weapon. Put all the pressure onto Youngar on this map. But now it's all on Ana, 6 and 11.
We did say it.
She needs more.
Way more. And she's not really that type of AWPer to go searching for the opportunities. She'll let the game come to her, which I think is one of her biggest traits. One of probably the best things you can say about an AWP. Doesn't force it, doesn't overrush it. If you're MIBR, your entire objective is to avoid Ana for the rest of this half.
Well, if they go into A, they won't avoid her this round.
If you do it 3 more times, you could be walking away here with your life still intact in Stockholm.
And Atrix, a very familiar opponent to battle for playoffs.
One Brazilian organization will make it into the playoffs.
Will a Brazilian team?
You worry about how long this has really taken because with 30 seconds left, there's still not a whole load of map control.
That lurk smoke, though, over on B has brought a second player over there. 23, can she be undone? Yes, after 1. Ana in the open, the pressure's on, and she's run down. Olga drops down. It's Tory, and she gets caught by GaBi. What a pick! A step to the right, and a body in the grave. You have to save these 2 rifles, and if you lose them, and Vayne's stuck in spawn, she could lose that M4.
You can hunt this to bonus round. You've got to remember that Youngar started with a scout. They've not dropped a round this half. And it was like that meme of the guy with the chalkboard of all the red wires going across, because that line had to be tread so carefully. One mistake, you were done in that round.
You could swap the nameplates, and it would feel a more realistic way that this entire series is played out. And there's Vayne going down. Olga finds her. Imperial never run out of that energy. They never lose resilience. They never disappear. They get stronger. They get tougher as the going gets so. But it's MIBR who have done the reverse sweep in this elimination game. And now look at what Imperial are going to be working with.
Nothing.
To stop series and elimination point.
The only thing they've got going for them, honestly, is the loss bonus. Look at this, 20 seconds left. 18 when Olga jumps down and makes contact with Ana, who is stuck in just no man's land in the middle of long after losing 23.
That GaBi swing was beautiful. The pressure was on Tory there.
I remember when Imperial lost in Dallas, and they were saying that that was a healthy loss. That was something that they could benefit from, that they could progress forward with. They've been to other lands. They've played other online tournaments. They've been victorious in all of them. Started to feel like the Imperial we know and remember from a legacy created in ESL Impact, and now they are moments away from flatlining. And probably the most important event of the year.
A half by MP9's 5-7 Scout, and that saved M4. These are the Imperial rounds. They desperately need this Imperial round.
There's no one B. There is nobody B right now. Instead, it is Cat making a B line to fight mid with the rest of her team. Danny waits patiently. 23 just lurks. And will her experience be enough to topple Pommit? Maybe not. But Danny isn't phased by not 1 but 2 players, and Olga will trade with the utility. And Poppins is still holding for this extremity lurk. No one is on B.
Finally, Ana has to move back there, and it's coming at the right time. Oh, 23. I think that was a down Q. Yeah. Tag comes through onto GaBi, and Ana actually finishes the job there.
They're just taking all 1v1s.
Oh,
this is the way it falls apart.
You know 2 players are stuck mid. You know that they're stuck here. Maybe Young could just walk through. 23 gets this kill, and it's on to Vayne. They know she's here. Oh, Olga just spams her through the door. Slams it in her face. Locked out. And the chances are running out with it.
And there's still not one piece of resistance here on this CT side for Imperial. And we've got to remember the context.
22-6.
You lose this, you're eliminated. How many times did they drop the ball on this in the regular season? They barely scraped through in the online stage. They lost to Overpeak, a team that should have been here. Dragged kicking and screaming all the way through the calendar year to regulation overtimes on Dust2 again and again and again. And here they've got the biggest fight.
7 in a row, Brandon. MIBR.
This was 3-0. This is actually 12 out of the last 14 for MIBR.
Oh my goodness. Olga is calling and fragging at the best we have ever seen. Welcome back to ESL Impact, Olga. You have been missed, but not by Imperial.
She welcomed the challenge. And Imperial have now got a whole challenge ahead of them. 23 gets ahead of the long doors and isn't able to get a multi-kill. Trade's imminent. Anna there immediately to get rid of Danny, but look at Olga yet again, taking matters into her own hands.
Heard.
Anna repositions because of the info.
Yeah, they know that she's managed to get past. They don't know where she's gotten to. A complete disengage in the CT spawn. Is there a smoke?
Yes, there's one on GaBi. So she
Oh,
can drop
what?
it, and Olga drops Imperial. Not once, not twice, but 3, 4 times! Imperial are eliminated in day 1 of ESL Impact Season 8 in Stockholm, and Olga and MIBR rise up!
Olga, how does that taste? Revenge served years late, but it's just as